All right, we're going to try this again. Sorry, everyone. So initially I wanted to do this live, but I've got technical difficulties, which is pretty hilarious because I actually work in IT, but I don't know what's going on. So we're just going to record. I'm going to record this and I'm going to post it later. I'm going to pick the winner live. I'm going to go screen share the wheel of names, and then we will keep going. So if your name is chosen, I will reach out to you. I will obviously make an announcement. I believe Rob will make an announcement on the ULC as well, and we will go from there. So this is for a basic install with me. What a basic install looks like is, a straightforward hilt. Like, I'm not going to do a goth chassis as part of this giveaway, but just a regular install, right? And what that looks like for me is just a custom chassis and all the electronics and all that good stuff. So let's pick the winner first, so that way whoever's watching this can find out if they want and stop watching if they don't want to hear anything else. I do want to talk a little bit about my year. I want to talk a little bit about what my plans are for next year. And I have a couple of hilts that I want to talk about too. So this might be a little bit of a longer video, but let's get right into it. Let's find out who this winner is. Okay. So here we are. I've got all my names here. Everyone who has entered and liked the post and done whatever they needed to do as far as the rules are concerned. So let's just pick our winner. It's making me dizzy. Ethan Davis. Ethan Davis, thank you for your support. You are the winner of the free basic install. Let me write this down before I forget, because as soon as I close this window, I don't want to lose this name. So, yeah. That's it. Ethan Davis, congratulations. You have won a free install with me. So I will reach out to you directly on Facebook, and I'll also make the announcement on my page. So thank you for the support and congratulations. So let's stick around for a little bit. I want to talk about a few things, right? So I want to talk about my year, reflecting on this year. It's been an awesome, awesome year for me. I feel like I've continued to hone in on my chassis designs. I mean, one of the things that sticks out to me the most, though, was the trip that I went on with a lot of these guys to Disney in Orlando. It was an awesome experience to get to meet some of these guys in person, and I've made a lot of really, really awesome, supportive friends this year. It's been really, really awesome. I've also been made a part of the Smugglers Outpost team, which was another really, really awesome opportunity for me. In my experience, getting to know all of these guys has been really, really amazing. They are every single one of them is very, very supportive, and I've made some really, really awesome friends. So those are the main things that have stuck out with me. Like, again, I feel like I've really been able to hone my craft. I'm always trying to do things better, right? I mean, the idea for me, when I first jumped into this hobby, the whole thing for me was, how can I make myself stand out? How can I make myself different? And in the beginning, I probably bit off a lot more than I could chew when I first started in this hobby. But I'm really, really proud of, how far I've come creativity wise. So yeah, it's been an awesome year. It's been a really, really awesome year. So I've got a lot of things in the works for next year. I feel like, for me, like, in this ongoing effort to continuously do better and do things differently, I'm sure a lot of you have noticed, like, folks like myself and Jeremy over at Solo Sabers, and the taco shop, Carlos from the taco shop, like, a lot. I'm moving more towards doing more metal chassis, right? So I feel like that's the natural progression for me. I would love to get to the point of where I'm designing stuff that is, on the same level as Goth 3D or Martin Beyer, even though I don't think I'd ever get to that level, but that is something that I desire. I want to offer not only like regular chassis, right? But I also want to offer this option to do something a little bit more fancy and do a little bit more, heirloom quality chassis, right? So I've tried to do I've tried to do a couple of those over this past year. But in the next, in 2024, I want to offer that as an option for people who want to get installs through me, just to do custom one-off metal chassis. So I've got a couple in the works right now. I'm doing one for the Blind Spectre, which is an awesome hilt. I want to talk about that in a minute. So I'm doing a metal hybrid chassis for that. I've also done the metal hybrid chassis for the Ocularis, and I'm going to talk about that as well in a second. So I'm just trying to continuously evolve, right? So that's part of what I want to accomplish next year. I'd also like to maybe do a custom run, like design a full custom hilt, and maybe talk to a machinist or a machining company or a sabersmith to do a small batch run. That's something that I've always wanted to do. I don't know what kind of hilt it would be. My boy Benji from Nerf Herder just did a Koran horn this year, so I don't think I'd really want to do a speeder. Maybe some sort of scrap flex. I don't know, but I'd like to do something like that. That'd be a really, really interesting goal to have for next year. So I also want to give some folks updates on Tirfon Orbital operations, right? Those of you who have placed, it's not a lot, it's like a couple of people who placed an order for custom Tirfon scrap or the Rev 3. So I opened up slots for these hilts. God, it's almost like 5 or 6 months ago, right? And right after I opened these slots, the Custom Saber shop essentially closed its doors for custom machining orders because of the Mamba run and some other operational stuff with them. So it's been on hold, all of these custom orders for hilts with me. So to those of you who have orders with me for those hilts, thank you very much for your patience. I did hear from Tim and the guys at the Custom Saber shop a couple of weeks ago, and they did let me know that they are slowly starting to open up their custom parts factory or custom parts. They're opening up more orders. So thank you everybody for your patience with those. Another thing that I've been kicking around that I'm probably going to start offering next year is the option to do SLS nylon chassis through me, right? I've been doing a lot of orders through Craft Cloud, and they're a lot more approachable with their pricing sometimes. So I want to start offering that as an option, right? So I mainly print in resin here. I feel like the level of detail and fidelity that I get with resin and the type of designing that I do, I prefer resin. With that being said, we all know resin can be brittle. So I would like to start offering an SLS nylon option to people, right? So that's something that's going to be offered on my website as well. And on that subject, I've started adding chassis to my website that can be purchased. You can purchase the digital file, you can purchase a resin print from me directly, or you have the option to go through, do an SLS print on them. So I'm just trying to make that more accessible to people. People have been asking a lot over the past year if I can just make my chassis available to people, and I've been kicking it down the road. So I'm finally starting to add some of these chassis to my website. So if there is not a chassis that you want, message me and let me know, and I'll get it added, right? So anyhow, that's it. That's about my year and what I want to get accomplished next year, right? I do want to talk about some hilts. My intention was to do an unboxing video on one of these hilts live, but unfortunately we couldn't do that. But I still want to talk about some hilts. I've got a lot of hilts personally that I've added to my collection in the end, like towards the end of the year this year. And one of them is a custom from Jeremy at Solo Sabers. I really, really like this hilt a lot. I like the form factor. So I can't wait to get this installed. I've designed, I don't know if I want to weather this because it looks really, really good, right? So I'm still kicking that around. I don't know if I'm going to weather it. I also designed some extra brass greeblies that I'm going to add to this to kind of make it a little bit more mine, right? So that's one of them. I got a blind Spectre. I got a blind Spectre from Shadow Foil. I got this from Corbanth. I love this hilt. I've always been a fan of Kanan's hilt. I really liked the Vader's Vault one that came out earlier in the year. I liked it because of the matte finish. I did not like the price tag, and I didn't like the fact that, you know, Vader's Vault hilts already come installed. You can't get them empty. And they're installed with 22 millimeter speakers. We don't like that around here. So I was happy to find out that this hilt will accept a 28 millimeter speaker. There's plenty of room in here. I have already designed an eco chassis for this, and I have also already designed a metal hybrid chassis for it as well. So I'm hoping to get this installed with the eco chassis first, and then obviously put that on my website and offer install services on it. And I also will be sending off the metal parts for the hybrid chassis. I will be sending those off to Craft Cloud. And when I get those back and do my quality control and make sure everything fits correctly, I'll offer that as well. This is another thing that it's important for me when I do metal chassis parts. I like to put my hands on that product before I offer it to people, because one of the things that I fear the most, right, is that people purchase these chassis and they get them and they don't fit right, or they've got to do some modifications to the parts. So I want to make sure that they pass my quality control, right, if that makes sense. And on that subject, so the Ocularis Master Chassis, I'm still waiting for the brass to come. It's almost been a month. I'm not sure why it's taking this long. Usually Craft Cloud is very, very quick. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. I did do a test print in aluminum of the part for the Master Chassis. So I'll just give everybody a look at the Master Chassis right now. So the bottom part of the chassis will be an SLS nylon. The upper part will be a full brass piece with wire channels in the bottom. And this will attach to this chassis with threaded rod and like barrel lugs. You can do it like that. That's how I designed it. You can probably epoxy the two parts together too if you want. But so I'm still waiting on this to come in brass. All of the fitment seems to be fine, but again, I want to make sure, because this is not a cheap part. Like full disclosure, because this is so much material, this is over $200 in brass, right? So yeah, that's another thing. Like I would hate for people to, spend that much money on a chassis and get it, and there's something wrong, or I can't get the wires up my holes, right? So I tested wire paths in this, and they're fine. They're big enough. So yeah, I'm waiting on that. I did get my production run Ocularis from TJ. Really, really, really love this hilt. I'm sure you've all seen pictures of people posting it. I think Benji from Nerf Herder Customs already did like a weathering and veneer job on this. So there's some other folks that are doing some really, really cool mods to the emitter section. This is an awesome hilt, guys. Everything that I have ever had from TJ at Ignition Saber Companies has been really high quality, unique designs. And this is like one of those hilts that's a blank template for everything, right? Wrapping, leather wrap, etching. So I don't know what I'm going to do to mine yet. I feel like I do want to weather this, right? And I did also get a Noah Drew marble to put in that crystal chamber for mine, right? What else? So yeah, on the Blind Spectre we talked about. Let's I want to take a look at this. I want to take a look at this unshielded, okay? I know this video is going to run a little long. But yeah, I want to look at this guy. So this came yesterday. I tried my damnedest to not open this box. I took it out of the shipping box and I have left it closed But one of the first things I noticed, this box is absolutely beautiful. It's very, very elegant. I believe Christian Cruz did the design for this. I like stuff like this. I like it to be nice and simple, modern, clean. So I really, really like the box, right? I want to take a look at this hilt. So when Sam from Shadowfoil posted the renders of this hilt for interest on the run, I immediately jumped on it. So I don't think I've ever had, I've never had a hilt from Sam or Shadowfoil that I didn't like. I feel like all of his designs are really, really phenomenal. Recently I did an install on one of the new Jedi Killer Gen 2s from Phoenix Props, and Sam did the crystal chamber in that. And that crystal chamber, I mean, so that's the kind of design level that I want to strive to get to. I mean, the crystal chamber in the Jedi Killer Gen 2 is awesome, right? So everything that I've had come across my desk from Shadowfoil has been really high quality, really awesomely designed, right? So when I saw the renders for this, it was like super, super unique, really, really, it like screamed premium hilt to me, like heirloom quality hilt. So I really, really wanted to get my hands on one. So I'm gonna open this guy. I'm not gonna do it on camera. I don't have a top-down camera here right now. So, ooh, it's heavy. Ooh, it's heavy, boy. Damn! Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Wow, you guys. Wow, let me take, so it's wrapped with some protective, holy shit. Wow. 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 I mean, this thing is absolutely beautiful. So I've heard Sam did an assembly video, so I don't want to take anything off yet. But man. So obviously as an installer, my first thought is, where the hell am I going to put my battery? It's probably going to have to be an 18350 battery, which is fine. I mean, this is a showpiece, everybody. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Wow. Whew. Yeah, so we get a blade plug too, nice brass and aluminum. I love the two-tone look on this. There's a nice wood veneer here. I mean, phew. Yeah, I don't want to take anything apart yet because I know there's a lot of, it disassembles into a lot of parts, right? So we've also got, looks like a switch box here. All of our hardware. Man, what a hilt. Beautiful, beautiful. This thing is rad. This thing is really rad. This is going to be an interesting install. I already know it. By interesting, I mean possibly very difficult. But yeah, so that is the Unshielded. Wow, man. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful hilt. I can't wait. I'm obviously going to dive into that a little bit more after this video, but yeah. Stoked to have that one. So what else? What else do I want to talk about? I think that's it. This is running a little bit long. I just wanted to give everybody an update. Obviously, I wanted to go over the winner of the giveaway. Again, like reflecting on this past year, I feel very, very fortunate and grateful that people do choose me when they want to get a lightsaber installed. It does not go unnoticed by me that, you know, I'm very fortunate to have people, you know, come to me for business. This is a passion for me, installing lightsabers. I get a great deal of joy and accomplishment, a sense of accomplishment when I finish an install for somebody. So I'm very, very grateful for people. I'm super grateful to return customers, obviously, right? Yeah, just really, really fortunate. I'm also grateful to have met some really, really awesome dudes in this community over the past year. And I'm really, really looking forward to what kind of hijinks we are all going to get into in 2024. right? So that is it, everyone. Thank you very much for sticking around for this long if you've made it to the end of this video. I hope that everyone has a nice rest of their holiday season with your families, and I also hope everyone has a great new year. And with that being said, thank you for the support, everyone, and may the force be with you always. Have a good one, everybody.